Hi everyone, welcome back, or welcome if you're new here. Hi, I'm Rhoda. I think I have an unpopular opinion about Valentine's Day, and I will share that opinion with you in this video. I also picked up a few new products that I tested out today. So if you're looking for some inspiration for a date night look, then keep watching. Okay, let's start with the eyes, and I've got the Gucci concealer here. I don't always start with my eyes, but today I feel like it. Spread that all across the eyelid and up to the brow bone. Just get a nice canvas for our shadow. Powder that just a little bit. I'm using my Givenchy. Just really diffuse it. I just want a light layer here just to set the concealer on our lid. Okay, I'm going to grab my handy dandy trusty Makeup by Mario Master Mattes palette. I'm going to use mostly this, and then I'm going to add a little bit of sparkle with some other products. I'm going to take my Refer 15 and I'm going to dip into this shade right here. So I'm just getting this into the crease. It's nothing crazy. And that's why I like it as a transition, because it doesn't limit me for where I might want to go next. But all of these shades work beautifully together. Now I want to deepen the crease just a little bit. So I'm going to take a smaller blending brush. So if you can see the difference between these two, this is the 15 and this is the 14. So this is thinner and you can be a little bit more precise with where you place the shadow. I think I'm going to dip into this shade right here. Actually, maybe a little bit of both. This might be a little bit too light for what I want. This might be a little bit too dark for what I want. So I'm just going to mix them up. Place the product down and then diffuse it. Get into the crease. And for me, I go a little bit above the crease. Here, I have deep set eyes and I want this to show. I don't want it to get lost in the depths of my eye socket. These are very buildable, so you can stop when you see that you have the right amount of depth that you want. And I don't mind if I go kind of a little bit too far out, because I'm going to clean this up, and that is the beauty of doing your shadow first. Now I think I want to deepen even more, just a little bit, just to define this outer part of my eye. The Refer 03, which is teensy weensy, and I'm going to dip into this beautiful brown shade. It's a very warm brown. This outer edge here, and deepen that out just a little bit more. So all of these are, brown shades, but when you layer different depths, it really adds dimension to the look. Now I'm going to take a flat brush and go into this shade right here, and I just want to go into this part of my eye where I haven't placed any other shadow, and we'll leave it here for now. I'm going to do the same on this eye and then we'll move on. I will jazz this up though, but a little later. I'm going to take my Nikki 11. I love this brush for lining. Deepest, darkest brown. It's like a chocolate brown and a boop of black. Stamp. Stamp along the lash line. I'm not trying to get an extremely defined line. I don't mind if this is diffused and smoky. So I'm not being too picky, but I am taking my time. I personally have this fold here, and I try to avoid it at all costs. So typically I'll take a little wing a little bit lower, it still gives me the effect. I try to keep it as high as I can without hitting this part. This eye is harder than this eye because this fold comes closer to my wing area than this does. I still have a fold here, but it's not as much in the way as this one is. It's always a crapshoot every time. Every time. And I always think, okay, I got it. I know my placement. And every time I tell you, I'm like, oops, I went a little bit too high or a little bit too low. Today, despite, usually when I'm doing something on camera, that's when I mess up. It is the way. It is the way. So I placed it right there, missing this completely. And once I tap this in, then I start bringing it back to attach it to the rest of the liner on my lash line. Another amazing reason to do your eyes first is if this is a little bit messy, we just clean it up. So there are benefits to it. However, the downside is when you do your eyes first and the rest of your makeup isn't done, you kind of look a little weird. You know, you don't see the whole picture, and sometimes you're like, oh, that doesn't look so great. But then when you do the rest of your makeup, then it just pops and you're like, oh, okay, now I get it. I am going a little bit thicker than I intended because I was talking and not watching what I was doing, and now I have a much thicker line than I wanted, but that's okay. I'm going to go with it. Totally fine. This is only powder. It is not a liquid. It's an eyeshadow. And so we can diffuse it. We can tone it down. We can do whatever we want. All right, we're done with that. I'm going to do this eye. I'll be right back. I may go back in and intensify the line later on, but we shall see. My first little special addition to the eyes is going to be some sparkle. And I'm going to grab the Urban Decay Moon Dust in Space Cowboy. What a beautiful shade. Now there's not much base to it, very, very little, but it gives you the most beautiful, dazzly eyes. And I love this because it's just a topper. And if you do an all matte look and you want to jazz it up, all you have to do is top it over your shadow and then you have a glistening eye. It's actually really great if, you know, say you're at work and then you're going to go out at night and your makeup's done. Maybe you have a matte look for work and you're going out later and you don't have time. All you have to do is add this. And I'm loving the little dazzle that it's adding. So, so pretty. I do have something that I want to pop in the inner corner, but I'll do that after I'm done my base. Okay, I'm going to take a wipe, wrap it around my finger. You could use a pointed Q-tip and some micellar water as well, but I find this works just as well. I picked up this Tom Ford primer. I heard so many good things about it, and it was sold out and unavailable for the longest time. Let's see how good this is, because I've only heard great things about it. Now, what I love, and it's so cool, is that's how it twists up. There's no cap that you take off. It just twists up, and it's a pump. How cool is that? Twist it to close it. Right? Right? I know. Little things like that do impress me. So I'm just going to use this. This is supposed to be a soft matte finish for all skin types. And we'll see how it does in making our makeup last and how our makeup applies over top. I'm going to let that sink in just for a little bit, just a couple minutes. It feels very nice. There's really no tack to it. It's like I've put nothing on. It's very lightweight, and I really, really, really love the way it feels. Okay, while I was waiting for the primer to settle down a little bit, I did my brows. I used the Rare Beauty brow gel, incredible, and the Gucci eyebrow pencil, which I recently rediscovered. I started a new series on my channel called Before I Forget About You, trying to use products that I already own that I've kind of forgotten about or just don't use anymore. And I'm so happy I did because I can't stop using this one now. It's so great. And just a final little step for my brows before I go into foundation, I'm going to take my Anastasia Beverly Hills Pro Pencil in Base 1 just to highlight and clean up under the brow. Okay, I'm going to add a little bit of my Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless filter. I use this, not on a daily basis, but, for a night out, just for that little extra glow. I sometimes even just use my fingers for this, but I don't feel like getting them dirty right now. That adds such a beautiful glow, and that'll just come through from underneath the foundation. And for foundation, I am going to be using my Pat McGrath Sublime Skin. I love this foundation. I love it for every day. I love it for evening. Why is everything looking so dark on me recently? Have I gotten paler? Probably. Well, obviously. It is winter and we haven't had, much sun. What a difference foundation makes. Okay, under eyes. I'm going to use my Charlotte Tilbury color corrector. Let's get a little layer of this just to neutralize that darkness under our eyes. Back into the Gucci, and we will begin to conceal under these eyes. Going to add some right there and right here. So I have an unpopular opinion on Valentine's Day. I don't know if you guys are going to want to hear this. I think it's the most ridiculous holiday of all time. Here's my overall philosophy on holidays. Unless I get a day off from it, it's just more work. If there is no day off payoff, so to speak, you can keep it. I don't need it. It just adds more to my to-do list. Am I the only one who feels this way? Probably. Because people I've mentioned this to, they're like, but why? It's so nice. I love Valentine's Day. It's so cute. It's not. It's not cute. It's not cute at all. The other reason I am not a fan of Valentine's Day is because I feel like it's forced. I feel like my husband should be giving me flowers and love notes and all that other jazz that comes with Valentine's Day every other day, and then he could take the day off on Valentine's Day and he won't have to do that. How about that? How about a random Valentine's Day? How about everyone picks their own Valentine's Day randomly and does something really nice for their significant other? What about that idea? You see how the eyes just are looking a little bit better now? See what I mean? I also want to add a little bit here, a little bit here where I get some darkness. Lift over here and a little bit here and down the nose. Am I alone in these thoughts about Valentine's Day? First of all, I forbid him to buy me flowers or anything on Valentine's Day because it's Valentine's Day and he has to. I think my husband and I have only been on one dinner out for Valentine's Day. And that was, we met end of January. So it was like the first Valentine's Day, like 2 weeks later, 3 weeks later. And we went out. It's not ideal to go out for dinner on Valentine's Day, is it? Can't get a table. You're rushed. You have like an hour to eat. You shovel it all in. It's not even fun. It's not even fun. Sometimes it's just set menus. What if I don't want that menu? I don't know. There's just so many things about it that they don't jive with me. And I would like for it to go away. But we all know that won't happen. I think I'm going to contour just a smidge, just a little underneath the lip here, a little bit right here, there, just a little bit on the nose. Anyway, so that's that. I'd like to know what you guys think of Valentine's Day. I know a lot of people love it. I know, and it's sweet and everything, I guess. I don't know. I'm not sentimental like that. Like I'm not like gooshy and mushy, but I'm really sweet. I promise. I'm just not into all of that gobbledygook. I like love to be shown in different ways, like, you know, emptying the dishwasher and like, I don't know, just little acts that show me that, you know, my husband or whoever your significant other is, you know, has thought about me and cares about me and is doing something nice for me because they love me and because they want to, you know, do something nice for me. To me, that's my Valentine's Day. Okay, I love this contour. It's the most perfect shade. Biscuit, love it. Westman Atelier. Did I mention the product? I can't remember. I'm all in my head about Valentine's Day. I think we should bronze. Shall we bronze? We'll bronze. Gucci. Number 2. Just very light. Very, very light hand. Just to add a smidge of golden sun-kissed skin. Oh, shoot. I forgot to blend out the contour on my nose. We can't forget that. That would look silly. Okay, I have a new blush to try out. It is the SAIE Dew Blush in the shade Sweetie. It kind of petrifies me a little bit. And I have never, ever used this. So I'm going to go in with caution, as they say. I have the teeniest, tiniest amount. Yes, that's quite bright. It's nice. It's working well over the powder, for sure. And it leaves a beautiful sheen behind. Like the Hollywood Flawless filter, when using this, would not have been necessary, right? I didn't know what a beautiful natural glow this leaves behind. I love the finish. I'm not sure about the shade. I think it's okay. It's all right. You know what? I don't think I need highlighter. It's just a sheen, like a beautiful, seamless highlight is left. Absolutely stunning. Okay, I'm going to powder and then we'll finish the eyes and we'll do the lips and we'll be done. Okay, Prism Libre. I don't want too much powder. I just want to set my concealer and I don't want to disturb this beautiful glow. powder the T-zone. And because I'm diffusing it, there's really not a lot on my brush, and I really don't need a lot personally, and I don't want a lot because I don't want a matte look, but I just want to set. And then especially in these areas here, I do have normal skin, but sometimes I can get a little bit shiny here. A little bit, depends on the day. You never know. So let's finish up these eyes. Now looking back, I'm assessing the situation. I'm going to take my Mario pencil again, and I'm just going to go over the eyeliner. I just want to intensify it just a little bit. Not in the waterline. I'm going to stay really close to the lash line because the eyeshadow is a little bit more diffused and blended out. I want that to peek through as sort of like a soft line, but I want some extra definition on the actual lash line. So I'm just going in between the lashes and just adding a little bit of oomph. Lining the waterline with the Makeup by Mario in black and adding this shade right here with the small pencil brush that we used to line the lower lash line. Just a little bit. I don't like too much under there. I picked up the Laura Mercier Caviar Stick in Wild Rose, and I thought we would tuck this into the inner corner. It's a little bit pink and shimmery, so we'll have a little pop of pink in the corner here, and it'll brighten up that eye. Add a touch. It's not too pink. You could use this all over the lid if you wanted to, but for today I just wanted to add that little pop of pink since it's Valentine's Day and everything. Not everything has to be pink and red, right? If those shades don't suit you, why would you do them? Or forget even suiting you if you don't like them, right? But we can always incorporate little pops of color in our makeup. Oh, this is so cute. You know what? I think I want to add just a little right in the center here. Just right there. Mascara. I'm going to use my Milk Makeup Primer and the Jones Road Mascara. I don't want to bore you with that, so I'm going to put it on and I'll be right back. Of course, I'm going to finish the complexion off with the Hourglass Ambient Light Trio. I just go in all of these three puppies and just get this all over because it leaves the most beautiful filter on your face. It's just one of my favorite things. Okay, for lips, I'm taking the Charlotte Tilbury Iconic Nude. We'll slap that on. It glides right on, and I love this shade. I love pinky, nudie, contoury shades. Feathering in. Just a little. And I picked up one of the new Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks in Red Carpet, pink or Red Carpet something. Gorgeous. The Charlotte Tilbury lipstick formula, very smooth, very creamy. And this is a very cool toned pink. I'm kind of digging it with a nice sheen finish. It's not matte. This is the only shade I picked up just to try it. It's the one that, tickled my fancy, caught my eye, and I know why, because I knew I would love it. Just enough pink, but not too much pink. I love it. Okay, well, I actually did my hair. Ready to go out. Nowhere. This is the finished look. I love it. I think it's perfect for a Valentine's Day dinner or any night out. It's got that little bit of sparkle. So if you guys are going out for Valentine's Day, I really hope you have a beautiful night. Enjoy yourselves. Have fun, do your makeup for it. Isn't it fun to just get ready to go out, get all dolled up and fancy and get out into the world and have some fun? We all need that, don't we? I hope you guys enjoyed. As always, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed already, please do consider doing so and hitting that like button. It really helps. And also hitting that bell button so that you're notified every time I do post a video. Whatever you're doing tonight, you guys, or tomorrow, or the next day, or whenever, I hope you have fun. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.